Alright, let's talk. It's been 3 weeks since I have done my last makeup application, and that's because I was gone with strep throat. Let's make it very clear that someone who has strep throat or has lost their voice without a medical purpose, their voice does not come back this clear. Your voice does not come back this clear. Your voice only comes back this clear when it is strep throat. I'm going to zoom you in already because it's going to be a makeup application. You cannot claim that strep throat causes you to lose your vocals permanently, because it doesn't. I suffer and I struggle with strep throat all the time. It happens to those who sing quite a lot that are very, very healthy human beings. And it's something we go through all the time. So, it's not strep throat for you. It's not. Just trust me, it's not. Trust me, it's not. It ain't what it is for them. A lot of people just take what I say and they try to make it their own, and it doesn't really work out to be that of their own. So I would have been much better from when I had the headache situation, but then the strep throat came a week later after that, and it's been 3 weeks since I've done any makeup application. Okay? So, I am going to do my best in the form of skincare to use everything with a medical purpose that would help to keep my skin healthy as well as my body healthy. When someone has lost their vocals completely, one of the things that happens to them is their skin tendon becomes very thin and they cannot be outside in the cold at all, because there's no blood veins going to their skin and pumping in their skin for them to be in the cold, because they're not feeding their blood veins with food on a day-to-day basis. You're not feeding your blood veins with breakfast, you're not feeding your blood veins with lunch, and you are not feeding your blood veins with dinner. And you are also not feeding your white blood cells with liquids. And alcohol is not a liquid to feed your white blood cells with. Can you drink alcohol? Yes. Will it affect your white blood cells? Yes. But will it make you healthy? No. No. So, no. This is someone coming off of strep throat. And I know you people use it all the time. So I talk about it because I know you're going to try and say it. But I also show you what it looks like to not be on strep throat or struggling with strep throat on a 24/7 basis, 7 days a week, after strep throat has healed up from you. Because the strep throat does go away. I'm just saying. Strep throat is not a permanent thing. It's only temporary. And like I said, it means that your vocals are stretching, and it's stretching from a G7 flat sharp to a G13 A minor composture in music. That's what's happening, and it takes a while for that G13 to heal up. Um, it takes a while. It takes a while. So, you're going to hear a difference in my vocals from watching my other videos and comparing my other videos before 2026 to 2026, and you're going to hear that there are changes in my vocals. That's because of what I've gone through with strep throat. Only strep throat causes my vocals to change like that. There is absolutely nothing else I can tell you that causes my vocals to go in that deep range or in that high-pitched form of range except in the form of strep throat. I've even had strep throat where my voice has gone monotone in the very low range of speaking, where it sounds as though I'm not speaking loud enough, but I am speaking loud enough. I've had strep throat in that tone. So don't 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 talk. Strep throat changes the levels of your vocals and it changes the pitch of your vocals. That's the word I was looking for. It changes the levels of your vocals and it changes the pitch. It doesn't completely stop you from talking. It changes your levels from 1 to like 7 and it changes your pitch from 13 to 15. And then your vocals will sound different from 2022 to 2025. Your vocals will sound different from 2025 to 2026. That's because of the levels and the changes of your vocals. You don't completely seal your mouth and not be able to say hi to someone. It don't work like that. Let me grab my mirror. As per usual, always forgetting my mirror when I am ready to proceed with filming. When I got sick with strep throat, I had just purchased these and I wanted to review these. I gave these a little mini review while I was in the middle of my strep throat on one of my best featured days before I started waking up, which means you've reached potential and your body's starting to heal up. But I wanted to review these again with a full look. And these are from the brand Estate from Dollarama. And I have the shades here, Soft, Posh, and Lush. So I wanted to review these the Saturday that I announced Join News. And then as soon as I got home, I knew I was getting sick, but I got sick and I knew I couldn't do the review because I had a really bad headache. And so I'm going to be able to do the review of this with almost a full look. The only thing is there'll be no foundation. This is just a powder functioning look, and these three are applied together as you've seen previously. They are applied as layered lipsticks, which is why they come in a set. They are applied as layered lipsticks. Okay, so let's begin with skincare. And yes, the videos will be separated into portions by type, skincare, powder, setting, and the lipstick review. So you'll be seeing this video in 3 different portions very, very soon. So let's begin with the skincare portion. A new product on the market. This is from the brand Aura, not Bioma. This is the brand Aura. Okay? This is the Aura Clarifying Mist. This is the Aura Clarifying Mist, and the spray is very similar to that of the Bioma spray. Now, could Bioma be a real brand? Probably. But could it be just the Aura label changed to say Bioma? Because we know people do that. I don't know. Y'all have to let me in on that. But we're gonna begin with the facial mist as we usually do with a setting spray. Kind of like this one that I got sitting right here, this e.l.f. setting spray. We usually do that with this e.l.f. setting spray, type of setting spray. But this is what you're supposed to do with this. And then you set your makeup with this one after. So, You'll get more use and more function out of this one once you use this one first, okay? So let's go in with the Aura Clarifying Facial Mist. Okay, first of all, the sprayer is excellent. I like the sprayer. I like the mist that the sprayer gives. It's not very shooting in your face, as you saw. It gives it a nice wide offer of product placement so that it hits the right spot. I started here, then I went here, then I went here, covered my entire facial region properly. Covered my entire facial region properly, so I already give this product an A+ thus far. However, let's see how it applies when the makeup does get there as the powder portion. Let's see how it applies with that. Going in with this one because I'm still working on removing a lot of snot from my nose from the previous headache that I have, so I'm using this as a health portion in being able to remove the snot. This is by Clinical Works. This is the Clinical Works Moisturizing, Replenishing, Toning, promotes youthful skin while helping to brighten complexion. Retinol facial serum for all skin types, and that is what a retinol product does. It removes clogged synogens such as snot from your nose. That is what retinol is created to do. So for everyone that's getting excited about using retinol on their skin, you're getting excited about unclogging the snot from your nose. That's what you're getting excited about. And does my skin feel very dry after being sick with strep throat? Yes. Yes, it does. Because I haven't been able to apply any products to my skin such as skincare. It's best to just wait and let my skin dry out. Otherwise, I would cause more clogging of snot from my nose in my skin, and I'm trying to avoid that because I want to be able to breathe. The final skincare product that I will be applying, which is also a medical skincare product, that is why it's called Clinicals. This is Clinicals by Spascription Moisturizing Cream. Okay, and now my skin feels better, even though I can still feel the dry pores on my skin after not applying any facial moisturizers to my skin for the last 3 weeks, anywhere between 15 to 17 days, they say. I haven't been able to apply anything. So my skin still feels really dry, but it feels moisturized to the touch. But when you go in, it's still really dry underneath. So I'm going to need something a little bit stronger and a little bit more supple that will work a little bit faster so that I can test out, well, the Hourglass stuff in another featured video very soon. Okay? So I'm going to be waiting on that soon. When that comes, it comes. We've talked about it. I'll see you then. Alright, tune into part 2 for the powder application to see how well they work with these products.